Let's talk about sealing green wood to minimize the cracking. I won't say prevent it because sometimes wood does what wood does. But today I want to talk a little bit about sealing it with melted paraffin. You can get you an old electric frying pan. You want to heat it at least 150 degrees or so. This doesn't work real well for me for bowl blanks, but it works great when I've got small pieces like these precious bits of cherry burl that are green that can still split on me. So it's just so much easier. I put my gloves away. Let me go get my gloves. Other safety precautions: use heavy gloves that the wax is not going to easily get through. I would wear something over your glasses, safety glasses. The other thing is, it's summertime in my shop, so I'm not wearing long sleeve, but it's probably advisable to wear long sleeve shirt. So just stick it in there, hold it, watch it sizzle a little bit. When it sizzles, let it drip. Grab the other end. And I find that this melted wax works better than the wax emulsion such as AnchorSeal, which I would tend to use for larger projects because that's so much easier. But if you're doing a lot of small blanks, this process is fast and easy, and it works real well. Okay, I've got the temperature up to about 250 degrees. I want it kind of sizzling because I understand that'll give it its best performance. So I'm going to leave it in there a second to drive out some of the water and draw in some of the paraffin. And allow it to drip a little bit. Keep a firm grip. You don't want it dropping down in there. You don't want it splashing on you. Just about got all the sides done, except for this one. And then I can leave whatever wax is left in there, let it cool, and just heat it up next time. I picked up this at a thrift store for about $6 US. And let's see, I've got one little corner there I want to get. So I think I got all the sides. Let me go back and get some more scraps. You always want to use a brush to get rid of any sawdust from the chainsaw or bandsaw. Just going to let it sizzle a while. Get some of that steam out. Draw in some of that wax, hopefully. Keeping a firm grip on it with two hands so it doesn't slip on me. See a pith coming through here, already getting some cracking, but this is a pretty good sized block that I can break it down later if I'm getting a little bit of splitting. Sometimes your splits are already there when you get to turning, so you always want to carefully examine your wood for splits before you start turning. I've already gotten that side. I probably ought to mark these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to keep up with them. If any of y'all had any experience using paraffin wax to seal end grain or side grain for that matter, leave in the comments below. That side, so. Put that up here on this block of wood. Let me see, I think I got one more. Now, you can buy paraffin in large blocks. The cheapest way probably is pick up old candles at garage sales for almost nothing, or check around your house. You may have some burnt candles. Otherwise, this approach could be more expensive. I don't know. Jury's still out on that. Okay, we'll turn this off and unplug it, and then let whatever wax is left. And I'm going to go ahead and take this small piece of wax and drop it back in there to be ready next time. You can always paint it on there with a paintbrush. I would use a natural bristle and not a plastic bristle. So let's just see how that works. I don't do enough of this to ever have to buy paraffin. I have lots and lots of old candle blanks around that I've accumulated over the years for such things. A chip brush works great for larger projects, or to brush it into the end grain. When you pull it out, kind of let it drip off a little bit. It'll get solid, but it'll heat up again pretty quickly and melt. And then you can just brush it on like paint. And it paints on real well. This definitely is a better way to go for uneven surfaces, I think. May take a little bit longer though. I'll paint from the top to the bottom, so if any of it flows, it'll flow downhill. Duh. These small burl blanks, I think, are worth taking a little time and effort to salvage for small projects, whether it's boxes or bottle stoppers or miniature birdhouse ornaments, because it really adds a lot of detail to the project. Keep a firm grip on it. You don't want it dropping out of your hands onto the hot wax. Hasn't happened to me, but you know, stuff happens sometimes. Okay, I think I've gotten all surfaces of that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn this off for good and unplug it. When it cools, I'm just going to leave the brush inside, because once it gets hot again, I just put this in there a little bit, and I think it'll be fine. When I'm using AnchorSeal or wax emulsion, I keep it in a old plastic peanut butter jar that I made a top for that has a brush in it. The brush never dries out, so it's just really convenient to be able to do this. If I'm doing several blanks, I like to pull up a stool because it just saves my back to be able to put this emulsion on there. If I'm going out and harvesting a lot of lumber, I take this with me, because if you have green wood sticking in the back of a pickup truck going down the highway 60 miles an hour, that wind is going to dry out in the end, and you're going to get a lot more checking and cracks starting than you would if you go ahead and seal it up fresh. Other techniques besides wax emulsion, actually using old wood glue, carpenter's glue, is a great way to seal. It really seals end grain real well. The key is sealing it early, and recognize that sometimes sealing for larger blanks may only give you a few extra weeks. For smaller blanks, it may solve the problem for small spindle blanks. I have resorted to using old latex paint. We all have latex paint around. It does not work as well as, in my experience, as AnchorSeal. I would let the coat dry and put on another coat. It will allow air and moisture to kind of wick through a little bit, but it is better than nothing, and it's readily available. It doesn't cost you anything, so it's worth a try. If you got any special techniques for sealing your wood, or any comments you want to share, leave them in the comments below for our community. And remember, y'all stay safe. Come on back, you hear? Check out the affiliate links in the video description. Buying through affiliate links costs you nothing, but I earn a small commission.